Welcome back, everybody. We are the Offside Zone. I'm Richie, your host. We are back with the crew. We have Toby, Sam, and Cliff. We are back and we are gearing up for the new season, and we have a good slate of topics for you guys today. So we're going to jump right ahead and get started. The first topic today is going to be about Messi. Was Messi going to the MLS the perfect move to boost his legacy? We're going to let Toby start with this question.
Ah, messy, man. Um, I mean, to be brutally honest, he could have went anywhere in the world and still made the impact that he's doing right now. But when you look at what the MLS brings to his legacy in terms of marketing, in terms of presence to the world, I think it's second to none. You know, like you look at what happened over the recent game and where he scored the last final kick of the game, basically with a free kick, last minute winner. Like they're gonna replay that on ESPN Top 10 a million times, and it only gets better from there. They could honestly make a documentary from it, and everybody would be like, "Wow, Messi is the best person of all time that ever touched the football." So when it comes to like PR and marketing, yeah, he definitely made the best decision ever. But obviously there's two sides of a coin here. The money was spanking, man. That man could have went to Saudi Arabia and literally made 1.6 billion dollars tax free in 3 years. Now it ain't Mbappe money for the year, but that's a lot of money. And honestly, he could have changed a lot of people's lives with it or did whatever with it. I'm just basically saying he could have did whatever with it. But I mean, obviously he put his career first. He put his family first in terms of the environment that they want to live in. I think it's maybe a little bit easier for his family to get adjusted to Miami life compared to Saudi Arabia. So with that in heart, he decided to go to MLS. And either way, I don't think it's a bad move because he's going to get money. He's going to get the PR. He's going to get more fame. And ultimately, you're going to see the propaganda train of Messi literally basically becoming the best figure related to football of all time. It don't matter if you're Pele. Don't it won't matter. I give it 10 years. America's gonna run the propaganda train. So yeah.
All right, Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Toby. I think America, when it comes to sports, there nobody really compares to America in terms of marketing and propaganda and PR and stuff like that. Nobody really compares to America. And you look at what Messi's doing right now. He's kind of going the same route as what Pele did, coming to America to finish off his career and just increasing his legacy and his aura or whatever to fans that are kind of casual. You have like casual people that are not really soccer fans, but they're going to see Messi because they know the name. So he's going to grab not only the fans that are, obviously Messi fans and football fans, but the casual fans that don't know that much about football. They're going to be going to Messi games because they know the name. And America's going to do, the media is going to do a great job in just pushing his name like crazy, like they do for all their sports stars. Look at LeBron James, look at Tom Brady. They're on the news, they're on TV 24/7. Like you look at talk shows, they talk about LeBron James every day, and they're going to be doing the same thing for Messi in the coming future. So
It's,
you know, and
and
you look at what they did with David Beckham too. David Beckham's a good player. He was a great player, but
mm,
Beckham was not like how they made him seem when he came to the US. Like they made him seem like he was the best
ended
player.
like Beckham.
Yeah. They made him seem like David Beckham was like a top 5 player in the world when he came to the MLS. So like, yeah.
Yeah,
America's sports media is gonna just do wonders to boost his legacy, in all
and to
honesty.
to quickly add to that, bro, like look how everything in America, like for the most part in terms of sports, like they have whole teams for it, bro, that do like marketing analysis for that. Like it's not a coincidence that LeBron is hugging Messi. I don't
Right.
know what
Their first
they're
game.
talking about.
We weren't talking about anything.
I don't know what they're talking about.
They did not say one word to each other.
He said, "Donde estás?"
He
Oh
was
man.
he was hugging that man for like 5 minutes, bruh. I'm like, they just waited to get the picture in. Like,
Yep.
I swear, bro, they probably told his brother, "Hey, LeBron James, Tom Brady, will fly them in. Let's you guys got nice pictures. Let's give them two more. Let's give them 2 more minutes." They sat there hugging. I'm like, bro, what are they talking about, bro? Like, honestly, I was like, what are they actually talking about? He doesn't even know English like that, bro.
He
Let
doesn't.
alone
He
he doesn't even
doesn't.
speak like that. Like after you say,
Hi, pretty much.
hi, it's
That's
nice
it.
to meeting you, nice seeing you, thanks for coming to the game. What are they? He was hugging him like that was his teammate in the NBA Finals that he just won a chip with. Like it was one of them type of hugs. And like for Tom Brady to be there too, for so many other people to be there too, and I understand it's expected. It's Messi's first game, but like for the camera to just zoom in when they know it's right, for the like just the way that it just went about. Then at the end, he scores a goal in the 94th minute to win the game, and then he did that iconic Messi run with his arms in the air like an airplane. Yeah, bruh. It's too it's too PR. I'm sorry.
All right, Cliff.
Yeah, I just want to get one thing out the way. You were saying that Messi needed propaganda. Nah, Messi don't need no propaganda. But the thing is, like, it was literally between going to Saudi and coming to America. And when you really deep the endorsements and the Apple TV and all that stuff, it kind of weighed the same. And if he's going to make around the same amount of money, then America was just the right choice because not only is there, you're actually going to be able to like see stars, you're actually going to be able to make more lucrative deals. You don't know, like down the year, probably a year or two, there might be another deal on the table. But just the exposure. How many Ronaldo games have we watched since he's moved to what's it called? The team that he's in Saudi, and
Honest.
just I don't even remember seeing his debut, honestly.
I watched a
And
couple games, but to
it's
that point, bruh, what we be failing to understand is that whole side also has exposure, like in terms of their population, in terms of like that whole other side of the world. Like how many people in that region and area are watching United States MLS games? Probably not that many. So like they're watching them Ronaldo games, and there's millions and billions of people that live on that side of the world, which is my point.
I don't
So
want to
like
say
I'm not saying the MLS doesn't have better exposure. I think it definitely does because of the marketing campaigns that go into it. But I'm simply saying we shouldn't downplay the fact that Saudi Arabia, bruh, there's a whole other side of the world over there. And
yeah, I
like
get that.
they're that's an audience that is really untapped. It's not like people go over there and everybody knows about sports over there to this degree. Like that's a market for any potential player to go to and really gain a whole new fan base, which is my point. Like Ronaldo went over there and he gained like he always gains followers, but he probably gained like 50 million followers just off of that, bruh. And that's my point.
Yeah,
That's
and
it
but
happens, bruh.
I get that, but honestly speaking, I think the people that know Ronaldo are going to still like. I don't think Ronaldo is gaining as much fans by going to Saudi as he would have going to MLS. Like you see people that you won't even associate with soccer. Honestly, Kim Kardashian, she's been to PSG games. We've seen the Kardashians at PSG games,
She know
like,
Ronaldo.
but she know Ronaldo. But like,
She know Ronaldo.
but yeah, no, she knows Ronaldo. But like,
LeBron James knows
with
Ronaldo.
players like Messi that aren't like as media friendly or as like as out there as Ronaldo, like people especially in the US focus so much on like strength, all these US fans, like they're more gravitated towards the, aesthetics of a Cristiano Ronaldo rather than like the talent of a Messi. So for them to even be exposed to that, you don't know if this is like the first time like Serena Williams is seeing Messi, like to get that perspective of these fans that probably have never watched soccer a day in their life or probably have never seen a Messi game. They're like, who is this guy? Who is this short player that everybody's saying is the best? And then for them to actually see that and to see their reaction, to see what's her name, Serena Williams' reaction to the goal, and even after that, the game that they played on Tuesday, to him scoring 2 goals, assisting 1, Messi is going to not only stat pad the hell out of this MLS league,
Yes,
but
sir.
he's gonna get his name out there, and everybody's just gonna know, like, hey, this is actually the best player in the world, not David Beckham or Ronaldo, but it's just. This is just the perfect bow tie on his legacy. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, Serena Williams definitely knows Messi beforehand, but I if the argument is coming to America for Messi was beneficial to him as Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia was beneficial to him because of their personalities, I definitely understand that. Because Messi would have went to Saudi Arabia and been talking to nobody. Because I don't see LeBron and Tom Brady flying to Saudi Arabia to see Messi. So I get that. Especially for the fact that Messi doesn't speak. I think America is really gonna give him the platform to be able to be like Ronaldo in terms of PR. Because in terms of PR, Ronaldo knows what he's doing. Whether it's good publicity, whether it's bad publicity, he knows what he's doing. So it's definitely better.
Even with that, America still would have boosted.
Yeah, it would have helped Ronaldo.
Still would have boosted his PR regardless. American sports media is going to beat anyone's PR, regardless. But I mean, Messi and Ronaldo don't even need it. But like,
they don't need it.
You can always add to the amount of fans you have and the amount of influence you have. You can always add to it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's like the people that already know Ronaldo will already know him. Kind of like it's him moving to Saudi did not bring as much eyes.
That is not true.
Him moving to Saudi did not bring as much eyes to Ronaldo.
That is not true.
What it would have been if he moved to the MLS.
That's not
if
true.
If he moved to the MLS, Ronaldo would have been.
That's not necessarily true.
Oh my God, Ronaldo.
No,
like bro,
Ronaldo.
It would have been a different level.
Ronaldo, it would have helped his PR. Don't get me wrong. I actually think, I agree with you guys in terms of which one it would have helped more. I get that, but I'm saying the way you guys are posing it is like one is bounds and bounds above the other one. I'm simply saying, you look at the population of people, bro.
But it's not just any people. It's the market. Which market do you want to be in?
But look at the population of people. You acting like Saudi Arabia has no marketing either.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the eyes. Honestly, I don't want to sound like
bro.
It's
like the eyes of the U.S. The people in the U.S. mean a lot more.
The eyes of the world is on the U.S., bro.
Yeah, the eyes of the world is on the U.S.
It's capital.
Okay, bro.
I get that. I get that. I really get that. I'm not arguing that the U.S. isn't better in terms of world marketing and promoting themselves. Like, you could look at all the various teams that they have, even the NBA and their success in the world. Like, NBA and football are American sports strictly, but a lot of people outside the U.S. know them. I'm simply saying we're downplaying how big of a marketing engine that side of the world is. Just based off looking at their population, it is multiple times more than the people in America. So for you to say that the people in Saudi Arabia and that other side of the world, the Asian world, is for you to come and say that the people that are there, they already know Ronaldo. That's not even necessarily true, bruh. There's a lot of people on that side that don't know Ronaldo, bruh. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, come on now.
But the thing is, how many people were you reached by? Let's not even talk about soccer right now, but let's talk about every single sport. Which sport do you know that they host in the East? Not even just talking about Saudi, that you tune into. None at all. And
Because
you
they
can't just
play.
say population, because there's so many other countries like India and China. How many Chinese leagues do you watch? Like,
But that's the point, and they're the most people in the world. Literally, the
yeah,
same perspective that we have that we don't watch over there, they don't watch us. When you go to China, they think you're Dwayne
they don't
Wade.
watch they don't watch the
So what
NBA
are
in
we?
They
China.
do though. They
They
do.
don't watch
They do.
European soccer in China. They don't watch.
I'm saying
They
they
don't. They
American
don't.
probably don't watch
sports
NFL
American
because they don't
sports
play it.
stars are bigger in the Middle East and Asia than Asian and Middle East sports stars.
Yes,
Point.
yes, I agree.
That's the point.
I agree. But I'm saying you guys are downplaying the other side of it too. I'm not saying one is more than the other. I agree that the US is better at marketing than the other. I'm simply saying I think that was the right move for Ronaldo as well, because at the end of the day, he's still tapping into a market of fans that I think he hasn't really tapped into. So like there's benefits to both.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that we're super downplaying how much of a marketing engine that side of the world is, bruh. That's all
I
I'm saying.
I think what is his marketing engine is the fact that he's Ronaldo. Rather, because if he would have gone anywhere, it would have been a big deal. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of if you have to pick between one, and I know Ronaldo would disagree because he said the Saudi league is better, probably in terms of quality, yes, but as a legend in their prime, it just makes more sense in terms of your legacy to go to MLS rather than the Saudi league, because honestly, they're the same. But if you want to get your name out there, people will know you better if you play in the MLS rather than in the Saudi league.
Since we're on the topic of the Saudi league, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Speaking of lucrative deals as well, and this is Mbappe. Is Mbappe crazy to not take the 1 year, $1 billion deal Saudi Arabia offers to him? We're gonna let Sam start with this.
$1 billion for a year is crazy, bro. I mean, I
Uh,
don't think that's never been offered to anybody,
Never.
Nope.
even close. But I wouldn't say he's crazy to not take the deal. In my opinion, I would. I'm sure many other people would, but we have to remember that this is a guy that wants to live out his dream, and he doesn't want to continue to get, like swayed by PSG's influences, which obviously this Saudi deal, I think, is one of PSG's other plots to keep him, you know, in that PSG Saudi bind that he's been in for years. And I think he's just tired of it, and he wants to, go to Real Madrid. He wants to live out his dream. So I mean, the amount of money he's gonna pass up on is kind of crazy, but like at the end of the
Kinda.
day, he's his own man, and he's making the decision for himself.
Oh my
Like
god, bruh.
we can say our opinion about what we think we would do or what we think would be crazy or not, but at the end of the day, he's the person that makes the decision for his life and his career.
Oh,
Bro,
bruh.
we had athletes, NBA players, football players coming out and tweeting,
I'm
I look like
Giannis.
Mbappe.
He said, I look like Giannis.
I'll go over there and play for the $1 billion. Saudi Arabia take me.
And
I
he
hear
even,
you.
he even quote retweeted it, bruh. You put laughing emojis on it.
I'm here.
Like, it's a joke, bro. It's $1 billion, bro, for 1 year, like 365 days, $1 billion. And
Honestly, bro,
he's still young. What, 25, 26?
24.
After a year, going to be in his prime, then he could slide to Real Madrid. I just don't understand. Like, it's like
All right,
I don't
man.
get it.
Look,
Can't make
fam.
sense of it.
Look, fam. I'm all for trying to play out your FIFA 23 career mode. I understand. I understand. Be a pro star. I understand. I understand the legacy. I completely understand. I'm all for people being who they are and not letting money control who they are, right? But the track record speaks for itself. He already chose the path of money a long time ago. And I'm not saying he has to continue in it, but I'm saying that he got to be smart about what he's doing because there's a lot of context that's missing here. It's not the fact that he's just going to chase his dream to turn down the to turn down the $1 million. $1 billion. Sorry, $1 billion. It's the fact that potentially and realistically, at the current moment, PSG has exiled him from the team. He's training by himself with other players that are on the fringes of the team, like Paredes and the rest of them that they want gone from the team. So he's already not training from the first team. He's also not included on the summer tour. So they're not preparing him to play, or at least to start the first game. Even though it's PSG, honestly, who cares? But the point is that if you're not playing with the rest of the team, Luis Enrique, as a serious coach, will not start Mbappe if he does not get that preseason in. So he's already been exiled from the team in that sense. He can potentially, now let's get into potentials. He could potentially sit out all the way up to January easily without them having to play him, because it's not until January that they actually have ambitions to really play like for the Champions League and stuff like that. So they can realistically sit him out and they could be having a drama fest whole 6 months of not playing. When the crazy thing is, he's going to leave for free next year regardless. Everybody and their mom knows he's going to Real Madrid for free. That's the deal he made with Perez so that he could come back to the good graces of Real Madrid. Otherwise, Real Madrid would have tossed that man away. He went in that joint and said, "Hey, Perez, I got you. Y'all don't even got to pay nothing but my signing bonus, and we good to go." He's going there for free in 2024 anyways. So if you look at it in hindsight, he could potentially be sitting on a bench for PSG all season just to leave for free and miss out on $1 billion when he could be playing, getting active, getting his fitness up, and at least playing for $1 billion and still go to Real Madrid in 2024. I don't know where this talk is coming from that he's still gonna be in the vines of PSG, because at the end of the day, bro, he has lawyers. You getting $1 billion contract, you're gonna hire 20 lawyers to look at every contract on that paper. You feel me? He's gonna look at that thing 30 million times. So it's not even about awareness of the contract. He's not gonna get jugged on the contract. He's not gonna get finessed. He's gonna sit there, analyze the contract, and get paid $1 billion to actually play. When he can be sitting, when he in hindsight, he could potentially be sitting on PSG's bench the whole season. If he sits on the bench for PSG the whole season, that's when you people will start to call him very stupid, because he would be stupid. Honestly,
Put the clown nose on, man.
he'll put the clown nose on. The only thing we're banking on is that PSG will be a nice team. They'll come and say, "Mbappe, you can leave for free. No harm done. Shoot, we don't even care no more. As long as you play and you get to do whatever you want, we'll let you do what you want." I don't see that happening, bruh. That president is active. He wants all the smoke. He went on that interview and he said, "Yeah, we've decided to exclude Mbappe from the Japanese tour." He said that. That man don't care. So if he's trying to show that type of resolve, it's not even about the money no more. It's about their image. And to protect their image, he's going to sit there and say, "Mbappe, you try to finesse us. The agreement was that you're going to extend the contract so that next year when Real Madrid actually comes talk to you, we have a loyalty type of agreement where we let you discuss with them, but at least it gives us some type of value in getting some money back for the biggest player in the world." He said, "Nah, I'm not going to extend that. I never told him I promised that. I'm going to go to Real Madrid for free next year and just wait my contract out," which is all in his right to do. But at the end of the day, the PSG club itself feels bad about that. They feel like they're getting finessed, and they are. So to show their diligence, to show that they're a real club, I would sit Mbappe on that bench. And if he sits on that bench, that $1 billion that he could have had, for him to let that go, crazy. That's all I'm saying. Crazy.
All right, Cliff, what do you think about this?
There's so much to dissect of what you said that is okay. So first of all, PSG are not going to bench Mbappe.
You don't know. Thank you.
PSG are not 100% not going to be. I don't care if
Look.
he doesn't sign. I don't care if he turns down whatever money. PSG are not going to bench him.
Okay.
Because it serves them absolutely no purpose. You said it yourself. PSG care about their image. France, no. PSG, no. The world knows that Mbappe is the best player in the world. Imagine you're playing in a Champions League game. You're playing against Newcastle, and you're losing like 2-1, 2-0, and Mbappe is sitting on the bench. Imagine how the fans would feel about that. So I mean, I like PSG don't have any, in my perspective, don't have any Champions League aspirations. They don't even care about the money. They're paying Mbappe almost $80 million a year. You don't think that they would up it? Like, they've already discussed all of this with Mbappe. They'll probably pay him $100 million if he wants to, but he just doesn't want to play for them anymore. He signed a contract last year. It was his own option to extend. Usually it's with the team with the option to push it for a year. They gave so much power and leverage to Mbappe that they gave that power to him. They'll say, no, if you want to come back a year, you'll extend it, and your contract will end in 2025. And Mbappe said, no, he's not finessing PSG. This is everything has been on his terms since he signed the contract last year. This is his team. This is his choice. PSG don't even care. Yeah. PSG don't even care about the 200 mil. Because if they wanted to, they would add another 200 mil and buy him again. It's not about the money. They don't even care about recouping the money. It's about the image. It's about having Mbappe walk away from your club for free. But even if they do get 100 mil from Real Madrid, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's the sign that they're losing the best French player in the world, the best current player in the world, to Real Madrid. Not only that, he's walking away from them. He had a chance to extend, and he said, no, I don't want you. I want Real Madrid. That's the whole thing. And benching Mbappe is just going to make it worse. So this whole thing is like, they're not going to bench him. Everything is in Mbappe's, and the whole Saudi thing, honestly,
like, it's not all in his hands, bro.
Sam said it's his decision. Honestly, I don't even think it's the fact that he made his decision. I think he made the correct decision in not extending this whole will he, won't he, because honestly, it's just going to be another thing next year. And another thing the year after that. It's just going to prolong. It would not
if he has correct
that's what
lawyers.
You think. Everybody thought that, okay, Mbappe is going to play 2 years in what's it called, PSG, and they're just going to leave. And PSG are making it so hard, even though they're the ones that gave him the contract. So saying that they're just going to let him walk.
I get that, bro.
It's just to look. Mbappe made the decision before to play for the money. That's fine. He was 23. Now he's about to be 25. Let him play for him. Let him just say, "Hey, PSG, let me go." That's it. This year, if you want to play me, if you don't want to play me, that's fine. I'm going to Real Madrid next year. That's it.
I get that, bro. But you guys are talking like he's joining Real Madrid right now. He is not.
Could. He very well could.
No, he's not. He's not.
The ball, honestly, the ball is in PSG's court. PSG can take the L and say, well, I'll sell him next year. He can walk next year for free, or they can be like, okay, what do you want? Real Madrid, what do you want for him this year?
Real Madrid
and Real Madrid would gladly take him this season.
No, they wouldn't.
Gladly.
Real Madrid
they don't have Karim Benzema.
They don't have Benzema. They don't have Benzema, bro.
for all the Real Madrid deficient what they've done, they still have deficiencies in their front line. They don't have Benzema anymore. They've lost some pieces, and they're starting. Who is it that Joselu?
Joselu.
Joselu? Like, come on now.
They don't have Benzema, bro. But like, even if you see their last two preseason games that they had, bro, they are literally planning Project Mbappe 2024 already. They're playing they're playing Vinicius and Rodrigo and a pivot two in the front. Like, they're literally having to play 4 midfielders at one time. That's what they did for all their last preseason games that they just played.
And you
like,
think? Okay, sorry. If PSG offered 60 million for Mbappe for specifically two Real Madrid, who he wants to go to, you think
they wouldn't do that?
You don't think they would pay that?
I'm saying they wouldn't do that. That's like asking if PSG said, "Oh, let's give Real Madrid and Mbappe for free right now." Would they take it? Of course they would.
Not for free. But I'm just saying, like, if you say that the money actually matters and we're gonna get something for you.
If they said 200 million right now for Mbappe,
no, not 200 mil. Let's say
realistic.
80 to 100 mil.
That's realistic.
You think Real Madrid would pay that?
That's realistic. That's what I'm saying. 80 to 100 mil isn't realistic, bruh. They want to hurt Real Madrid more than anything. They will not sit there and sell them for 80, 100 mil. And that's why everybody else
for free.
But that's why everybody else knows that he's going there for free next year, because Real Madrid understand that all they have to do is just sign the bonus for him to just come to the team. That's the agreement that they have. All I'm simply saying is that if he sits there, given his current situation, he's not going to Real Madrid this summer. Real Madrid came out, they said they're not getting Mbappe this summer. It's all in the works for next year. In 2024, we know that, we've established that. So if given his current situation, if he ends up being benched the way that you guys keep saying he's not going to get benched, this and this, but let's say that Luis Enrique decides, hey, and y'all know Luis Enrique, if Luis Enrique says, oh, you're just a distraction to the team, nobody's bigger than the team, you're gone, tight. Or for any reason, how he doesn't get to play the way that he was playing before, or any situation where he's not playing in the same manner that he was before, have the same control, it's going to be a difficult season for him regardless. He might very well be on the bench or play less games than he actually wants to. So if that's his current situation, bro, and he knows that if he goes into a contract and they're telling him he can walk away for free, and he validates that, he checks that with his lawyers, and it's guaranteed, and it's literally in fine print, you will go to Real Madrid for free. All the clubs have their agreements together, this and this, everything is signed properly, looked at. Then, bro, if he's sitting on the bench, bro, I step. If he comes on January, you guys will be coming in and say that you should have took that $1 billion, dog. forget the money. I mean, forget the dream, bro. You should have took that $1 billion. Because if they don't, like, just for example, right? Let's say he even plays. He doesn't make the Champions League, past the Champions League group stages, which could happen. Let's say at that point PSG is like, bro, what's the point of what is he even playing for? Why are we even playing him in Ligue 1? We can win that without him. What happens then? What happens when he doesn't play the amount of games, at least the amount of games that he thought he was gonna play, where it really doesn't really have no effect? Okay. Then what happened to the $1 billion, bro?
I mean, at the end of the day, though, we're putting our opinions, and he already made his decision.
Bro,
let's not even talk about that.
But look, there comes a point where you don't want to keep on chasing after money, bro.
I get that, bro.
There comes a point where you're just like, I don't care about the money. I don't care how much you're offering. I don't care how much this, because Mbappe right now is making the decision to say, I don't care how much this team is going to offer me. I don't care if you offer me 5. I'm going to see out my contract, and I'm going to go to Real Madrid. He's set in his ways, and that's the reality that it is. Like, he doesn't care that they offered him $1 billion.
Goofy.
And that's basically saying he doesn't care if they're going to offer him $2 billion. He doesn't care if He doesn't care. He wants to go to Real Madrid. He
It's
wants
goofy,
to finish
bro.
his contract this season and go to Real Madrid.
It's
PSG is
goofy,
not
man.
going to bench him for the whole season.
Okay.
I
So
also think
okay.
I also think this is kind of like a sly way for PSG to kind of attack Mbappe's character in a very subtle way
They should, bro.
because it's like
Mbappe is the one who's been making the wrong moves.
Well,
Why
yeah.
PSG?
He did. I'm not saying that Mbappe has never made like a wrong move, but it's like he took the money when they offered it to him before, and now that's what he's making now. But if he takes that money, it's kind of like like PSG have the right to kind of like push that blame and say, oh, this player, he just wants the money, or he just wants this. He's chasing after this kind of he's not really he never really cared about us or he doesn't have like
He
an
actually
ambition.
never cared about PSG. Like,
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
not even
did
trying
it.
to feed into PSG's, but like the truth of the matter, we all see the fine writing, bruh. The
Yeah,
guy literally
it's always been about the money with PSG, but it's like
it's been a stepping stone for Mbappe, bro. Like we all know he was gonna go to Real Madrid. It's not like he like never flirted with that team or this and this. That guy, him and his entourage has been flirting with Real Madrid for the last 2-3 years. And we all knew he was going to go there. And he did not make anything easier for PSG, or he doesn't do anything outside himself to make the club look better in terms of their image, because that's the same guy who didn't talk to Kimpembe when he went and he said, I want to be captain of PSG. Even if PSG offered that joint to him, Mbappe did that. Mbappe is the same guy that's arguing with Neymar and Messi and telling Neymar that he needs to get off the left wing. When Neymar is getting questions about what about Mbappe's future? What's going on with Mbappe? Neymar is shaking his head.
But the thing about that is, like, in a weird way, you can still kind of spin it to Mbappe's favor and say, well, he did want the money. Don't get me wrong, he wanted the money, but Mbappe has always been somebody that sought to win in football to advance his to advance his career. This is why, whenever he's lost in the Champions League, he's been disgruntled. You have this interview coming out and saying PSG is not a serious club. It's the club owners, and you can spin that and say, well, Mbappe is acting like that because he believes that he should be in a higher level, and that's why he made the decision to stay in PSG, to play with Messi, to play with Neymar. But now you're getting to a point where he's already tried, he's already proven, he's done the work, but he's not seeing the result. And he's had that stance, and he's been on that interview and saying that PSG is not a serious club, proving that yes, he wants to win, he wants to compete, and that's all he cares about because he hasn't won the Champions League. But then if Saudi now offer this money and now he just takes it, does he want to compete now, or is it everything is just come down to the money? And I think that's kind of like the hand that subtly PSG is trying to play, that, oh, you just care about money. You don't even care about competing, kind of thing. You don't even care about competing in Champions League,
man.
And subtly,
that's a bunch of baloney, bro.
Subtly, it's not now. Like that's kind of the message that you send when you go to join
I'm not gonna
Saudi
think
league in your prime. That's your
no,
like,
it's
okay,
not. No,
it's
for him,
low key it is.
Let me explain, bro. For his situation, it's absolutely not. I'm not gonna think any different about Mbappe. No, you too. Because there's no way right now.
The agenda that PSG is trying to push is like, yeah, that's a money player right there. That's not a guy that cares even about his own like.
You said it yourself, bro. You said it yourself. He's made decisions in the past already that says he's about that money. Just because this time he's turning down $1 billion to play at PSG, it's not going to change my mind that he's about that money. Anything that he's done before Real Madrid, I'm serious.
How does that not change your idea that he's not?
It doesn't.
Reject the
Can I explain? Can I explain? It doesn't change my. It doesn't change my. Perception of him getting the money, because at the end of the day, everything he's done before Real Madrid has been a clear stepping stone for him. He has not made it any easier to dissolve that image that that's the case. Playing for PSG in the first place, extending his contracts in the first place, flirting Real Madrid like he does, and the way that he talks about the team, the way he talks about every other player on the team. Like you're talking about he want to be competitive, but you're having dramatics with Kimpembe, and then you're having dramatics with the best player, arguably the best player on the team with Neymar, saying that he gotta go. That's my point.
Yeah,
That's you.
you can say
That's
that's
you.
Yes.
competitive.
Even though
You can
up
say
to
that's
this,
part of the
even though up to this
competitiveness.
point, Mbappe has been about money. That's what I'm saying. There comes
He's
a
been about
point where,
himself, bro.
yeah,
That's what I'm
but
trying to tell you.
yeah,
It's not
but
about.
he's not
It's not
choosing the
about.
money though
It's not about
anymore.
competition. Like if it's not about.
It's
If it's
about
about.
it is about competition now. That's what I'm saying. Up until
Oh,
this point, it hasn't been about that. It's been about the money. But
thank you.
everybody changes at some point, and this is the
Thank
point where
you.
Mbappe is deciding to change. That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you, bro.
We're
Thank
going.
you.
We're
And
going.
that's
There
Like.
comes a
We're
point
going.
in
Like.
your life where you change your perspective, and that's what Mbappe is doing. He's rejecting $1 billion and saying, "I want to stay in Europe and be competitive. I don't want to go and play in Saudi."
you
So
know,
we're
stay
gonna
here
let
to
Cliff
bet.
get his last point out, and then we're gonna
Yeah,
move on to the next topic.
yeah. All I'm trying to say is like it makes sense to take the money when you're still playing in Europe, right? When you go out of Europe and all you have because of that is money, you're not even competing in the Champions League. It's basically just throwing a year out of your prime and saying,
Gonna be the same thing.
I'm just gonna sit this year out and just take the money this year. Don't worry, I'm gonna be back to play for Real Madrid. You're not sending the right message, and it might be the message that he wants to send to PSG fans. It might be the message that he wants to send to himself, but
He
it's
could
not a good.
possibly be doing the same thing. That's
It's
all I'm
it's
saying.
yeah, he could possibly be doing the same thing, but
Not
he's
playing.
not gonna make around the same amount. Even to make the same amount he's making now at Real Madrid, it's gonna be lucky for him. He's gonna be lucky to make the same amount he's making now. He's making like almost 80 million a year right now. The highest player in Real Madrid, even Jude, not making up to 30, like 25 mil max a year. So to now say that I'm going to join Real Madrid and make 80, 75 mil, I mean, hey,
He might be sitting out the
it's not
whole year, bro. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna have to see.
once he jumps to that Real Madrid side, everything is going to be about business, and I think he's turned that leaf and actually started taking himself seriously once he saw Haaland did what he did. So
Yep.
The big baby has finally turned into a man because
hey,
he
hey,
wants
Pretty
he
much,
wants
it
to turn
happens.
out $1 billion.
It comes every time, bro.
That's crazy,
It
bro.
happens in every person's life, man.
Let's move on to our last and final topic of the night. The new season is upon us, of course. So the last topic will be which club has made the best summer signings so far. Cliff, you can start with this.
I think by default it has to be Arsenal. Honestly, this whole transfer window hasn't been as exciting as I thought it was going to be because you have the teams like Real Madrid. The biggest signing was Jude. Manchester United, they signed like Onana and Mason Mount. Like nobody really did anything. Even Chelsea, Nico Jackson, like nobody really did anything outside of one or two good signings. Liverpool is a strong second. With signing McAllister and Szoboszlai. But apart from what Arsenal did exactly what they needed to do. They signed Declan Rice. They signed Timber. They signed Havertz out of nowhere this transfer window. So I have to give it to them. They kept Partey. They did what they needed to do this transfer window, and so I got to give it to them.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, I think Arsenal's definitely had the best transfer window this so far in the summer window. I think Man City's probably a second. They signed a midfield. I think they signed Kovacic or something.
They signed Kovacic.
And then they signed Vardiol, who's
Yeah.
going to be one of the best center backs in the world. So that was probably the best individual signing of the transfer window. But as a whole, Arsenal definitely reinforced their team more so than anybody else for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think as a whole, for sure it's Arsenal. Simply because they got their job done early. Like they got the real tough part of what the transfer window could have been done early. Like, and people talk about signing Declan Rice, but bro, during Timber, like that signing is gonna go under the radar because that I'm trying to tell y'all right now, that is the signing of the season for us. It's not even Declan Rice. Like I as amazing as Declan Rice is, and he was the hallmark signing for us this summer, but during Timber is going to be the best deal that we've done because the versatility that he brings to the club and just what he can offer is just amazing. And then the way that they signed their players, it was early and also it was within the budget. And then now you have the rest of the summer to maybe add another piece or two if you like, but it's not like an emergency. You're not making signings last minute. You're not trying to just gel them into the squad all of a sudden. Like you're actually prepared to go into the next season, whether you need to make signings or not. And then on top of that, like I said, it was within the budget. So you can now just worry about selling the players that we don't need, really watching the players and seeing, oh, is this guy quality? Because that man, Rob Holding, he's counting his days. He's done. He is done. Like he's done. I can't wait. I can't wait till that brother leaves. So when you look at that, Arsenal definitely has had the best summer transfer window so far. And then I would also look at Man City, like you guys said, they're making sneaky moves because Gvardiol, will lie, that is a next gen center back, and to add him into the quality that Man City already have is crazy. The only thing I would say is that obviously that man Mahrez is, I think he's leaving or he's about to leave,
yeah,
so they might have some outgoings that are questionable. I think Walker is about to leave too, so they might need to later on in the transfer window, recoup that and trying to get some people in. And then I would actually say Chelsea so far has had a fantastic transfer window in terms of making sure that they got out the dead wood. Like they got rid of all the people that they don't want on the team no more. All the people that will come in there and say they deserve more time than they actually need. Like they're
For
really
that
getting,
one,
except for that one, Lukaku. But
Lukaku.
yeah, they bagging them boys and shipping them. So for them to have sold like I think 8 people already that are players that are in the fringes, and then there are some of the signings that they're made have been fantastic. Honestly, Nico Jackson is great for his value. Some of the Brazilian guys that they bought are great for their value. And if you see some of their preseason games, I'm like, this is a team that you can work on and improve. They actually look happy playing together compared to last season when they had people that honestly probably knew they were going to be gone in 6 months. So I think Chelsea, Man City, or Arsenal, they've had fantastic transfer windows. Everybody else in Europe, Barcelona, Romeo, good again, good. Romeo, Real Madrid, they got Bellingham in early, but they still need a Benzema replacement. Bayern Munich, I don't know what their strategy is. They
They're
got
trying to get
another,
Kane.
yeah, they're trying to get Harry Kane, which is possible, but it's like,
I think
yeah,
they got rejected like 3 times by now. Something like that.
already. So it's like that looks like it's going to be a dragged out situation. And I know if Harry Kane gets the option from Man U to come to them, he's going to take that. So
Yes.
like they might end up with Chupa Motang again, and Sadio Mane is leaving too. So yeah, I think the Prem, those teams in the Prem, they got it.
Yeah. Speaking of the whole Harry Kane situation, I'm so disappointed in Manchester United just not getting through that striker. Like, I thought they would be more like heavy on the whole Harry Kane thing this whole summer. Like,
They're
it just
foolish,
seems so
man.
obvious, man. It just seems so obvious just to sign a striker, And they said they were looking at this guy Rasmus Holland.
Rasmus. They're gonna
Rasmus
get
Holland.
Rasmus. They're gonna get Rasmus, but I think because of the PR of Man U, and in the past they haven't been able to be on good standing in terms of negotiations. Like honestly, in the last couple years, they've been the team that other teams have been able to push around
And
to
finesse.
sell for higher. Like Anthony is not worth 100 mil, bro. I'm sorry. They
No way.
spanked them. they, like, they spanked them. And like there's so many players that have joined Man U that they just like exponentially paid more than what they were supposed to. So like this season, I mean this transfer window, they're trying to make sure they're not getting finessed. So like I know it's going to be a back and forth type of thing with Tottenham to get Harry Kane, but for me, I still think Harry Kane is worth 100 mil. There's no way everybody else. I'm looking at Jude Bellingham. I'm looking at Declan Rice. Like, obviously, they're not worth 100 mil, but at the end of the day, they're going for 100 mil. So if they're going for 100 mil, bro, put in that bid for 100 mil. Let's see what happens. If
Yeah.
Spurs turn that down and Harry Kane looks at that and says, they gave you 100 mil, like, why you not? And he puts in a transfer, submission, bro, you never know what could happen. But they sitting there
Yeah.
saying, I'm not even gonna do
Yeah.
it. That's so stupid to me, bro. Because
'Cause it's
Rasmus
right
is not
there.
proven.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
not proven. Rasmus not proven. And if we're going off of what he's done, bro, what has he done at the London?
Barely
Like,
even.
probably got like 12, 14 goals max.
He's struggling for playing time. Yeah, I think he had like 9 goals. The thing is, like, I mean, I don't doubt that Rasmus can be like a good player. He
Yeah.
looks like he can. Well, honestly, does what Manchester United need is like a passing kind of forward player. But it's like Harry Kane is right there staring you in the face. This is a perfect summer to go get him, and it's like
And
they
the
just
Yeah,
PR
what I
would be
think is
crazy.
I think that Man U doesn't want to get into the tug of war battle with
Yeah, they
Tottenham.
don't.
That's really what the crux of the issue is, because I don't think Tottenham wants to let him go. He's basically the face of that club right now. So like the
Forever.
president is the president is basically banking on Harry Kane to be there and to be their leader or whatever. Like Bayern's offered them like 80 mil. I think the first bid was like 70 something. Second
Mm-hmm.
80.
But the thing
Well,
is,
we
it's
know it's
different.
100 mil, bruh.
It's different if he pushes forward too. I mean, he tried, but last time he tried to go to Man City, that was like a year after he just signed his contract. But this is like if Manchester United push for it, we all know that like Harry Kane wants to break the English goal scoring record. If
Mm-hmm.
he stays in the Premier League, it's just going to be so much more
He
perfect,
hasn't. He
and he's
hasn't
going to
pushed for it.
push. He's going to push.
He hasn't even pushed. Harry Kane himself
Yeah.
is not even pushing to
Because
go to
Manchester United
Bayern.
hasn't expressed if Manchester United expressed the interest, then Harry Kane can push. But what are you going to
100%.
do pushing to go to a club that hasn't even expressed that they really want you like that? So
I
I don't know.
100%
Manchester
agree.
United just sleeping on it right now. If
Yeah.
they don't get a striker, they're not making top 4 next season.
Yeah,
Easily.
they're gonna end up with Rasmus. And the crazy thing is, Harry Kane is not even pushing to go to Bayern the way that he could.
Yeah.
Like he might have told them, yeah, my options are open to go
Mhm.
to clubs this summer. But bro, he's not telling Tottenham, yeah, man, I have to go to Tottenham. I mean, I have to go to Bayern Munich. I have to go and be Lewandowski now. Like he's simply just saying, I'm keeping my options open. So they're discussing with Bayern. But Harry Kane himself is not like strictly saying Bayern is my team. I'm going there. Because if that was the case, the 80 mil would have worked. Tottenham are simply holding out for that 100 mil. That's the only thing that's going to ignite Harry Kane to be like, dang, they really want me. I should go there now. If Man U came in and said 100 mil, Harry Kane will be knocking on Sir Alex Ferguson's door right now. I'm telling you, because the writing is in the wall. The PR is so amazing for that. And honestly, that would actually change the trajectory of his career. Not necessarily going to Bayern and winning Bayern Liga, not going to Bayern and winning DF Pokal, because I don't necessarily think it's a guarantee that they'll win Champions League next year. I don't even think that's gonna happen because of it looks like a rebuilding phase for Bayern. But like if he goes to Man U, wins a Prem title, wins some cups and this, it goes along with his storyline of being the best English striker of all time. So like that makes more sense to me than Bayern Liga award. Please,
Harry
they
Kane,
already won. They already won the league.
Harry Kane, the Summer League champion, bro.
Summer League champion,
Tiger
bro.
Cup.
Tiger Cup champs.
Tiger Cup and Audi Cup, man.
You're great.
The Summer League GOAT, Harry Kane.
How many years he got on his contract? Because if it's like
It's
more,
one.
it's only
It's
one.
only one.
So
Next
he can
year,
leave next year.
next year he could leave for free.
That's great, and he could get him. They
They can get
literally
him.
just buy him.
Spurs right now are in the worst position of all time. The president, like above, not the chairman, because the chairman, what's his name?
Levy.
Yeah,
Daniel
Daniel Levy. That guy's the one that's banning. But the actual
Mm-hmm.
owner of the club, the president of the club, said if this guy does not sign a new contract this summer, we have to sell him. He's already told that man
course.
Daniel Levy that. So it's like Kane got leverage. If he really wants to sit there and say, I want to go to Bayern, he would be a Bayern player right now because 80 mil is enough. It's just that he's waiting to see, man, you what's up? Man, he got to call Eric Ten Hag, man. That man's tripping.
But that's going to do it for us today. Good commentary from everybody. I want to give many thanks to our viewers and the crew for their input today, of course. Please drop us a follow on TikTok and Instagram under the name The Offsides Zone. Also, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be discussing new topics pertaining to the world of football. In the comments, let us know what you think about Mbappe declining $1 billion for 1 year. As always, everyone, please stay safe, stay blessed, and see you guys in the next video.